I'm Kimberly. Grocery prices are up, but your food security is about to go up with them. I'm showing you how to turn 4 whole chickens into 4 weeks of meals and liquid gold bone broth in next week's video for a fraction of what you're paying at the store now. No life stories, just the work. Let's go. So we are going to make 4 chickens, and I'm going to cook them in the roaster for about 5 hours and low and slow because we want that collagen to start breaking down. Okay, so I misjudged how much would fit in here. So there are 3 chickens in here, and they're roughly 5-6 pounds a piece. So I have them alternating. All I'm going to do is salt the chicken very liberally because we want the collagen to break down. We want the chicken to have some good flavor. It's 1/4 cup of salt because this is 1/8 cup. I'm not trying to season the chicken, I'm trying to cook the chicken. When I thaw it out, I want to be able to decide at that time what I want to do with the chicken. I don't want to be stuck having to do Italian or Mexican or whatever the case may be. So I did put about this much water in the bottom of the roaster. It's going to make its own broth. These are going to cook for about 4 to 5 hours. On the packaging, to cook to 185. I'm going to set it to 250 degrees. And we will be back. The Instapot is finished to make sure that all of the pressure has been released. I did a 18-minute, 19-minute natural release. Okay, now we're gonna, that's hot. The leg and the thigh just pulled right off. And when this is cool enough, we will strain the broth. So we're going to strain the broth. I'm using a very fine mesh sieve or strainer, and it's going to catch all the yucky bits. So we are going to use this. This is a fat separator, but we're going to let it cool just a little bit more, and we are going to deboning the chicken. So this is going to be for our chicken, and this is going to be for the scraps, and those will go into the roaster with the carcasses from the other 3 chickens when we get to that point. When you debone the chicken, you can totally cut it up into whatever size you like. So the chicken broth has cooled quite a bit. It's still fairly hot. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put it in the fat separator, and I did taste it, and it tastes phenomenal. Here, and pour the rest in. So you see how the spout comes all the way down to the bottom? So that's where you're going to pour from. Now there's a tiny bit of grease right there. That's totally fine. So I just went and grabbed a jar. Now we'll tell you that when you do this, sometimes you have some spillage. Put this right there, and hopefully that will catch anything that spills. So far so good. And we did get 2.5 pints of bone broth from the Instapot. No spillage. And here I just stopped to make a recipe. I was starving to death, and there'll be a video coming out on that soon, so watch for that. I'm doing this because I know how hard it is to stay healthy when the grocery store feels like a robbery. I love having prepared meat already cooked, ready to go in my freezer for the times when I am too tired or to cook, or my schedule changes and throws a kink in my schedule. I'm just using a Ziploc bag because I'll use that chicken first. And I discovered that my kitties love the chicken, so they will benefit from it as well. The chickens are finished roasting in the roaster, and I'm just placing them in the liner of the Instapot so they can cool so that I can debone them. Okay, it is time to start deboning with all of the skin and bones. This is the unglamorous, messy part, but very necessary and oh so worth it. All of the parts that you don't want to eat go into the scrap bowl to make the bone broth. Okay, chicken's deboned. This is the chicken, and this is the scraps, so to speak. We are going to bag up the chicken breast. I also want to show you something. I'm really excited. And so the chicken broth that I made in the Instapot yesterday is completely gelled. That is fantastic. So that's very exciting. Bagging up the chicken and vacuum sealing it, I thought it was going to be more liquidy, and I was wrong, but that was a pleasant surprise. This one is not quite as gelled, so maybe we can use some of this. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like Jell-O. It actually tastes good too. I tasted it yesterday. So what I'm going to do is set that aside. Oh, I'm so excited about that. So let's get started bagging up the chicken. I already have this one labeled, but I'm going to put breast above chicken because I'm just going to make this one breast meat. And this one, well, or this one. So that is 6.3 ounces. So the reason that I'm doing that is so if I need a quick meal, because of my work schedule changing. So I vacuum seal mine in various sizes, various weights. You do what works for you. If you live alone, or you're single, or you're a senior and you like specific size portions, that's perfect. That's what you need to do. Are you guys finding that 8-ounce portions is perfect for you, or do you prefer a pound for your meal? Like and subscribe for more content just like this. Don't forget to pray over your food and thank the Lord for His provision, because without Him we would have nothing. God bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine down upon you and give you peace. In Jesus' holy name, amen.